calling up to speak, is popular across Africa, and most people only know the surface of her. They know her reputation to be one of the richest black women of African descent. But if you study closely, you'll find that she is quite a business individual herself, having involvement in oil, involvement in the printing industry, and even involvement in fashion. She's of calm demeanor and yet very, very huge stature in terms of the weight she sits upon in her establishment. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Mrs. Folarunsho Alakija as she comes to speak very briefly as well about the book, Africa, Arise and Shine. Please keep clapping until she gets to me over here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are all here gathered because of one man. One man that has excelled, one man that has been focused, a man who has been dogged, a man who knew what he wanted and he gunned for it. Jim Ovia and myself have known one another from the International Merchant Bank days. At least 35 years of knowing one another and working together. There's no success that's ever easy. Nothing gets dropped on anybody's laps. You have to work hard for it. And we're seeing the results of that hard work. And Jim has written this book and is presenting it today, not just for Nigerians, not just for Africans, but for the world. And for the world to know that he came a long way. And he put in a lot of hard work. He has covered every area that we could ever want to know about him. But he has focused mainly on every area related to how he grew up and became the billionaire that he is today. I was expecting a clap. I'm reading a chapter on philanthropy. I believe very strongly in my spirit that Africans generally are very philanthropic. It's only in the recent past that philanthropy is being made to be more formalized. Otherwise, every single African is a philanthropist. And I'll be reading from chapter 15 in his book, Africa, Rise and Shine. Philanthropy is not about the money. It's about using whatever resources you have at your fingertips and applying them to improving the world. Through my career, my ambition has never been limited to business success and prosperity. I have always felt very strongly about my country and my fellow Nigerians and believed that what success I could achieve should also benefit Nigeria. In December of 2004, I established the Jim Ovia Foundation, a not-for-profit initiative with the goal of unlocking the potential of Nigerian young people. The foundation's mission is to invest in the unlimited and untapped potential of Nigerian youth as the key to socio-economic growth to enhance the standard of living of the society, increase human efficiency, and equip Nigeria's young people with the necessary skills and training for leadership by fostering a society literate in information and communication technology, ICT. Recognizing the link between lack of quality education and poverty, the Foundation has embarked on the critical issue of closing the economic gaps created by these deficiencies. In an age when formal and digital literacy are entry-level requirements for most corporate positions, the breach between educational and digital literacy is widening. At the same time, lack of infrastructure and financing contributes to the decline in numbers of well-trained talent to support the business landscape. To accomplish these ends, the Foundation engages in a number of philanthropic programs, including the Ovia Scholarship, founded in 1998, to provide financial aid to outstanding Nigerian students by way of funding the full duration of an undergraduate program. In establishing the scholarship, I hoped to create a network of future leaders within Nigeria who can compete globally with their peers, bring new ideas and creativity, and are committed to improving the lives and circumstances of people in their respective communities. That's a summary of that chapter. And still talking about philanthropy, I believe that God has blessed many Nigerians, many Africans, to be able to stretch out their hands to those who are coming behind them. Jim has done precisely that. He has touched so many lives. Even from the age of 6, he begins to look after them in ways and manners that will bring them up to become many more Jim Ovias in our society. I would like to suggest some of the things that have crossed my mind over the years each time that I drive past the Ajose Adeogun street. Yes, it's difficult to change the name of a street within Lagos State or any state for that matter. But I always wondered, this man has singularly plotted Zenith banks in almost every building on that road. And I always wondered, why wasn't it ever changed to Zenith Bank Street? Just thoughts that crossed my mind, not insistence of any kind, because I know the Ajose Adeoguns would not be pleased. But we need to give kudos to where it is due. And I'd like to say that Jim Ovia has somewhat become the godfather of banking in our times. In my position as Chancellor of the Osun State University in our country, because I am so touched, moved, and inspired by what I've read in this book, I will today be pledging to purchase 5,000 copies of this book for our students at the Osun State University. I wish you all the best, Jim, and I pray that you'll continue to build on that which you have sown. God will help you in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, Madam. Once more, please put your hands together for Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija. I'm going to move very quickly to my next speaker. And this speaker is distinct and completely different from all other speakers. See, most of the people who have spoken today can identify with the stories in the book, haven't plotted great paths themselves, haven't charted new courses, and succeeded in similar fields. But none of them can say they did it with him. They did it on